Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm reviewing the Automatic Integra. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jody Wilkinson Acura here in Salt Lake City, Utah, for giving me some time with this Integra. This particular one is still available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. And if you don't already know, the Jody Wilkinson Acura does not charge any sort of markups on their cars, including on Type S models. So if you want a great deal on a new Acura, reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbocharged 1.5 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a CVT automatic. Fuel economy with this powertrain is 29 around town and then 36 on the highway, with power outputs being 200 horsepower and then 192 pound-feet of torque. So this actually gets 3 mpg better than the manual. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. And now, starting with the hood, there are some really cool body lines with the Integra. They're kind of hidden though with the white paint. Coming down below, we've got these cool daytime running lights with the LED headlamps, and then you got Integra stamped into the bumper right there. And then you guys can see you've got the beak grill there, all blacked out, and you can see everything at the bottom is also blacked out. And then we do have some fog light action as well. And putting it all together, the contrast between the black and the white looks really cool. Coming around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 235, 40, 18 in the front and over in the rear. And then you guys can see here with the wheel itself, metallic gray, which I think contrasts nicely to the white paint on this car. Now, at least the body lines right there are a little bit more prominent. Anyways, got our A-Spec badge here. And you guys can see the mirror cap is body painted, and then so are the door handles, and then the window trim is all blacked out. And then here is your full side view with the Integra. Again, the contrast with the darker and lighter elements on this car is pretty cool. Now here's our key fob. We have our unlock function or lock function, the unlock for the hatch, Acura logo, and then also on the back as well. And speaking of hatch, ooh, tons of storage space here in the back. You guys can see here with the covering, it says A-Spec on it. And then we also have a cargo cover here in the back as well. And then when you're all done, just plop. And then taking a look at the spoiler here, you guys can see pretty low profile. You've got your A-Spec badge here, and then you've got the Integra's taillights, Integra stamped into the bumper as well. And then here at the very bottom, you guys can kind of see the exhaust tip diffuser set up. And capping things off, let me know what you guys think about the style here of the new Integra, especially with this white paint. Now, popping inside, this one actually has the orchid interior, as you can see. So you've got like white on white, but you can see the coloration is a little bit different. And of course, the orchid continues onto the seats as well. Now, legroom in the back of the Integra is actually really good. We also have a little storage pocket here off to the side, and then headroom back here. I mean, I'm basically touching the top. Now, taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the orchid trim. We've got our window controls, front to our automatic, mirror adjustments, and then I love the look of the handle there. And then we do have blind spot monitoring in the mirrors. And then here's the front seat. I love the contrast with the black and the white. I think that's really cool. Power adjustments are on the side. A-Spec badges there as well. And then you can see the pedal layout here at the bottom. And then you got your stability control button, and then of course the cool vent. And now taking a look at the steering wheel, really nice trim all around. Of course, you got your A-Spec badge right there. Paddle shifters here in the back for the CVT. We do have our adaptive cruise control and our steering assist. We also have our volume and voice command controls as well. And then your regular stocks there on the back. Now I've got this full digital gauge cluster here in the center, which we can basically scroll through a bunch of different menus there on the one side. And of course, we can change the drive modes. It changes the look. So like that's the sport mode, makes everything red and aggressive. Now in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines to turn with the steering wheel. Resolution's pretty solid. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, you guys can see here we've got the volume and tuner controls on either side. This is the smaller infotainment system you can get with the Integra. It's not like the upgraded one. The upgraded one has little controls there on the side that are different, and then it doesn't have like this stuff on the side or on the bottom. So I guess if you like physical buttons more, then this will be the infotainment system for you. And then you guys can see here with the vent action and then the trim that goes all along the dash, and then there's soft touch here, and then also down below. Heated seats here. We also have our single zone climate in this one. You can get dual zone though in the Integra. And then we've got a charging ports area here, and then you can see the shifter for that CVT automatic. It does have the sport mode right there too. Drive mode select here with your auto stop start, and then your parking brake, and then your brake hold. cup holder action right here, and then look at the center console. It's pretty nice. Good storage inside. And then, yeah, pretty normal glove box. And then up top, we do have a sunroof with this one, and then just a darker colored headliner. So here's our window sticker for this Integra. You guys can see all the standard equipment, and then paint color is the only option you can add, really. Anyways, $35,295 is the total MSRP on this one. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors, just do a blind spot monitoring. And through the rest of the rear. And automatic away. So I just drove the manual right before this. And so we're doing automatic back-to-back with manual transmission to see which one drives the best. Or, you know, if the automatic is, you know, not that great. Because it's a CVT, right? I think that's something that a lot of people might have as a question on their minds. First off, I will say, right off the bat, I mean, it feels pretty torquey at low speeds, which is nice. And now that we're actually up and moving, smooth. It's really smooth, actually. So I do think that's a pretty big positive so far. Quiet, too. So they've done a good job at just making this a kind of like a comfortable luxury cruiser is the best way to put it. Yeah, seat comfort's good too. This is technically the like slightly not upgraded version because it just has the A spec. It doesn't also have the tech package as well. Well, now that we are officially about to be up and moving again, the next thing I want to talk about is just kind of like the overall feel of the car. With this automatic, it definitely feels like it's more tuned towards the luxury side of things. So there is a big difference there compared to the manual. The manual seems like it's trying to be a sportier car. This, it doesn't seem like it's trying that as much. Again, it seems like it's more on the luxury side. I don't think you're allowed to park there. What the heck? Oh man, I never know how things work here in Salt Lake City. It's just a weird place. I will say the steering's still really sharp, just like the manual, so that's good. So it still has good steering feel. It's light, but it's got this like nice directness to it, and you can actually kind of perceive what's happening. Pop into the sport mode here, and S with the shifter, so it's like mega aggressive mode. Okay, so we are in the sport mode and the S mode. Got the cool turbo sound. It's got decent get up and go. It does feel slower compared to the manual. I want to see what the paddles are like with the transitions. Okay, well, get up again. Paddles are actually pretty good. It's pretty responsive for a CVT. It's not as good as Subaru's new, what do they call it, their sport transmission thing. But, you know, for a CVT, it's pretty good. So, to sum things up, this is a tough one, honestly. You know, here's kind of my take on this. If you can drive manual, buy the manual. That's it. If you can drive manual, buy the manual. If you don't know how to drive manual, automatic Integra, it's kind of a weird car because, I mean, this is basically a commuter car, but like in luxury guise, which I do think that can be appealing to some people. Like, some people want the looks and the interior and the comfort of a luxury car, but they don't want to deal with the potential reliability issues and then the bad fuel economy and all that kind of stuff that usually comes with luxury performance cars. I mean, ultimately, again, this is a Honda Civic, right? So I think that if you set your expectations properly, then you could really enjoy the car. So I think if you're looking at this as like a luxury commuter car, you'll love it. If you're looking at it from performance standpoint, get the manual. The manual isn't insanely quick or anything like that, but it's fun and engaging, and so it does kind of, you know, help with that performance side of things. Let me know what you guys think about the automatic Integra.